Alright guys, today we are adjusting a carburetor on a Ryobi ry3714 chainsaw. It runs fine. I think the customer messed with it. Idle is really high. This one in here, let me turn on the torch, is idle screw. So it's idle and high. Usually would turn this one right here counterclockwise. If you're grabbing a trigger and you squeeze it and it bogs out, but you let off and it tries to idle, and it's usually the right hand side one, the high end. You would adjust that with a splined carburetor tool. I'll put this in the description below for you. Now if it's running good at high but you let off of it, and no matter how high you get this idle turned up, it doesn't idle, it just bogs out, then it's going to be the low end, which would be on the left hand side. That one you would turn either counterclockwise or clockwise. It depends. If you go up to a half turn counterclockwise, that's the wrong way. Go back to starting point of a half turn back to clockwise, and then start working your way clockwise, like quarter turn at a time or whatever. Just keep trying to get it to idle with that. And you can leave this turned all the way up and get it to that point, and then you bring it up to a high idle by turning it more, and then turn this down with a flathead or a Phillips head screwdriver until it idles right. Right now we're going to play with it. I don't even know what's up yet really. I'm going to start with the idle screw, and then maybe adjust this one a little bit as well. So you see when I got the idle all the way down, it bogged a little bit, so I went to the high end and turned it just slightly to get rid of the bog a little bit. Then I went to the low end and I turned it counterclockwise to bring the idle down just a little bit more, and that richens the fuel up as well. So if you go down with this low end and you hit it, if it isn't high RPM at full throttle, if it kind of gets up close to high RPM and then kind of stops, you would turn the high back in clockwise as you're holding it full throttle, just to bring the RPMs up. Make sure you got a good hold on this. Don't freaking cut your leg off trying to adjust the carburetor. No good. No bueno. Again, I'll put this in the description below. If you're taking these out or something, let's say you've done your carburetor and you took all these out, you would go all the way in snug, and then you would come out one full turn to start with. You're probably going to end up being more of a 1.5 turns, 2 turns out on them to, you know, when you're at your final. It may not even start at one full turn out, but that's where you would start. I would start both of them one full turn out, and if it doesn't start, if it's not getting fuel, check your spark plug. If it's not getting any gas, then you would go to the high end and turn it out a quarter turn at a time until this thing starts. And keep going until it runs, and then you fine tune it with the low end. Alright guys, I hope this helped you out. If it did, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'll put the again, the screwdriver in the description below. Today's t-shirt will be in the description below as well. If you want me to do any advertising for you, I'd love some sponsors. Peace.